patient actor thing is part-time, which gives you more time to do something else. You ever thought about plasma? Or maybe sperm donation?
Well, that's not going to work.
Are you snipped?
Yes.
Oh.
I got fixed many years ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The doctor actually gave me, I need to bring it, the snipped part. He's a weird dude.
Don't do that. I didn't know I was gonna look like I was wearing a tuxedo in this video. I actually do. This looks just like it's. John Byrd, how are you?
That would be Dr. Byrd.
Dr. Byrd.
Yes, I'm doing quite well. I decided not to be a country lawyer. There's not any money in it, and I don't like the people I'm representing. No offense. So I left that behind, sold my suit.
Did the boomer thing not work out?
No, it didn't. He attacked the judge.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And then I was trying to pull him off of him and accidentally grabbed the judge by mistake. No. So I had a night in the slammer. So I was like, you know what? I'm done with this.
Wow.
Yeah, no more country lawyer.
Wow, that's brutal. Tony Gupp here as well.
I'm here, and how did you expect to get any money when you weren't charging for your services?
This is true.
That's true.
Yeah.
You didn't charge anything, and you end up attacking the judge on accident.
Yeah, accidentally. It was
so your new career is this?
Well, if you remember, I got my medical degree last year, and I was a surgeon. I was concerned about you, so when I heard that you had mangled your foot in a train accident, I wanted to offer my services to, take a look and see if there's anything you need me to reattach it or, anything like that.
Well, by train accident, you mean I just stepped on it myself and rolled my ankle.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I've got some bad information. I need to talk to the nurse.
But I think it's all right. I mean, it's, we'll see. I think I just sprained it.
I'll be the judge of that.
Oh, God.
Let's see. First of all, always check the heart.
I think he was a kidney stone specialist before all this.
Yeah, do I have?
Okay, all right. Let me check. Looking pretty rough there. Oh, you have smooth legs. Yeah, I think you're going to be okay.
Oh,
okay,
goodness.
Good. It was.
I'll write you a prescription for cocaine after the show.
Okay. I think it was swollen last night, but I iced it, and so it got.
Look what I got for you. Look at this.
I'm not wearing that.
It's a big old boot.
Yeah, I'm not. I think I'm okay.
Dude, I ordered this on Amazon yesterday. This cost me $200.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's no returns on it. This podcast is going to suck.
Listen, I'm fine. I don't need.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
I don't need any help. I'm fine. I mean, I had to walk up a set of stairs just to get here, so and I made it just fine.
Good.
So
you're not putting weight on it, right? Because I got the boot right there.
Yeah, I don't. No weight.
Okay.
No, I'm hopping on one leg everywhere I go. But it did. I mean, it hurt last night. I thought maybe it was broken.
Is it all black and blue like my broke toe?
No, it wasn't that bad. But it hurt. And I was just walking down to a pond to go fish, and
You turned it, didn't you?
Yeah, it was. There was a bunch of pine straw, and I think I slipped on some.
Slippity turn.
And you heard that. Oh. But I Googled, and it said if you broke it, then it's going to be immediate sharp pain, and it really didn't hurt until later that day. So I think it's good.
So it didn't balloon?
I don't think so. I didn't really look. I was scared to look at it.
I think you would know by now whether it was broken. So
I think so.
Yeah, that's good.
I think so.
I just don't. At this age, I don't suffer a lot of injuries because I'm extra careful. But when I do, I always think worst case scenario. I was like, oh, I snapped it. I took straight to Facebook and said I broke my ankle.
No, I've got steroid shot I can give you. Drain blood off of the ankle.
I'm okay.
Okay, because I took a course on orthopedics.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a heart surgeon, but I have done some orthopedic work.
He's a country doctor extracting kidney stones.
No. I'm a big city surgeon.
A big city surgeon.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I am.
Fair enough. But I'm glad after everything we've been through the past 6 days that you've found a new career that I'm assuming you enjoy.
Well, this is sort of the, I guess you could say, third season of my life, and it's time, before I die in a couple of years, it's time for me to find what I'm passionate about. And I thought I was passionate about being a country lawyer. Obviously not. But, I'm revisiting my passion for being a surgeon.
What was your first career after music? Was it radio?
Yes.
So music was your first season? Radio was your second season? Getting stabbed in the back in radio was also part of your second season?
That was the end of the second season.
But then wasn't there...
there was a bittersweet third act.
To the second season.
Yeah, my kids and a family life and everything. And then it ended horribly. And then there was the dreaded fourth season, where I was living in my car and, things like that.
So what season was your 2020 to 2024 radio stint?
It was heaven.
I gotta say, I think we have a Netflix series here.
Yeah,
we need to
for
pitch
real.
the idea. Call it John Byrd. Just that's it.
Did you talk to Matt Murphy after your departure last week?
We've texted. I'm going to, I'm going to call him and talk to him.
You probably should. I just wondered, since he was the one that hired you, and that you were his boss at one time.
Yes, I'm the one that hired him.
Well, you hired him at Crawford.
Oh,
He hired you.
the meat grinder.
He hired you at 99.5.
Yes.
And so I was just wondering what his thoughts were. I was worried about who was going to get cut in Nashville. Did anybody get cut there?
I don't think so. I mean, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But
at least nobody on air. But they probably had some behind the scenes.
yeah,
They probably went to their top producer and cut them.
probably.
That's what they
He was
do.
making too much. I mean, I was making too much. I know, making $18,000 a year. My God, somebody cut that man out. We can save the company with that much.
Okay, enough of that.
We need to get John Byrd down to the border before Trump takes over and just re-enter real quick and take on a different name and everything.
Do you think we'd get in trouble if we sent you to St. Vincent's dressed like that? And no, listen, hear me out. We'll video you at St. Vincent's dressed like that. You won't go inside, so you technically wouldn't be impersonating a doctor. But maybe meeting people outside as they're getting out of their car at the curb and just start giving them like a checkup. Like right there on the spot. Just tell them it's a pre-screening before they go to their appointment.
Maybe go down the street a little bit so it's people not going to the hospital, but maybe they're walking by.
Yeah. Maybe
And I can have a clipboard and say, now, how do you feel?
Let's do it at the McDonald's down the street from St. Vincent's downtown.
Yes. I mean, I'd be willing to do that. I don't think police would be involved.
And then you just do this little checklist and be like, yeah, I don't think you need to supersize that meal, ma'am.
Oh, no.
Then they call the police. Then I get arrested.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we won't do that.
Plus, it'd make a mockery of my career. I don't want to get fired. I'm working at St. Elmo's Fire Hospital in
St. Elmo's Fire.
in Atlanta. Yeah, that's my favorite place.
St. Elmo's Fire
Saving
Hospital.
lives, blood and guts everywhere. That's what I'm about. Matter of fact, they call me Blood and Guts Byrd because I'm willing to get in there.
That's
Fix what needs fixing.
pretty wild.
Yeah.
Well, you're sorely missed in your last profession.
Hey,
People are still-
okay, I've got an impersonation to do, okay?
Okay.
Can I do this? This is impersonation. It's impersonation of Andrew. Hey now. Come on, man, snap out of it. I'll come across that table at you.
Listen, I have to, and we noted this. I just had to get to vacation. I need, and I think
The timing is perfect for both of us.
Anybody else? The timing would have been perfect if they would have hit me today with that. Like if they would have let you go today,
you're right.
and
You're
then I
right.
could just go straight to vacation. But the past, what was that? What would be five episodes? Past 5 episodes. Not our best work.
I know they've been tough.
It's been tough, and so now I can kind of regroup and figure out. I mean, maybe tap into the audience. Like, what do you want to see on the show? What do you want to see on the radio
That's a great idea.
show?
Wow.
Should I go against my golden rule and start bringing guests in? Should I start? You know, we used to do this thing at Crawford on Fridays, and it was actually the first rendition of Over the Line. And we would take 1 hour. We'd get all the hosts in the building, and for 1 hour on Fridays, I think it was 9 to 10, they would all come in and we would do like a round table
Oh, that's
thing.
so cool.
And so I thought, well, what if I do something like that, you know, but can I, you know, we work with some pretty high profile famous people, and there's only 3 of them that I need to get. Is it possible that I would even be able to get the 3? One's program director, one's the afternoon host, and then the other one's a, you know, gay guy that listens to musicals that has stuff going on, I'm sure.
I think that your odds of getting them one time are very good. Getting them together on a regular basis, not good.
Like, that, you don't think I could get them to do it like Friday?
Every Friday?
Every Friday?
No.
Maybe 1 to 2 p.m. every Friday?
No, wouldn't work.
What if I just bring them in one at a time? Like, so what messed me up is how I start the show. We used to have a unique way we'd start the show, and we just recently started this thing where we gave you your own intro. But
I still play it at night before I go to bed.
do you?
Yes, I do.
we would be able to BS about what's happened to us over the past 24 hours, and now I can't do that. I don't have anybody to really do that with.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you what my last 6 days has been like.
Well, before you get into that, what I was going to say is that maybe one at a time, bring them in for the first segment. Big Val comes in for a segment.
That's a great idea. But you know what? Whoa. Okay, how about this? You could bring him in for the beginning of the segment, unless it's Leland, and you could do the end with Leland of your show, and then that way he's already getting ready for his show. Genius. My God, I've still got it. Just think about it.
Oh, so you're past 6 days.
Yes. 2 words. Not very thankful. Living hell.
Really?
No. It's been tough, but I'd like to thank everybody. Everybody has been sending money. I've got over $14,000 that we sent in. Thank you so much. And
You don't really have $14,000.
No. But I've had work. I played Friday night, made buku money.
Mm-hmm.
And my
How
friend,
about you want to share what you made? You said buku? Okay, you don't have to share it. I'm just curious.
No, I'm not. I'm not at liberty to discuss because people might say, "Well, he doesn't need any money."
I saw the tip jar. I mean, the tip bucket, and it wasn't like it was overflowing, but I saw it, and I was curious as to what it was, but I didn't press the issue.
Put it to you like this: there weren't a whole lot of ones.
That I saw it. Yeah, I can confirm that there were.
There
other
weren't
bills
that
in
many tens either.
Yep.
But they took good care of me.
Good.
And my buddy Gary Asher, who has his own drum shop, he's worked with everybody in the world. It's amazing. He told me, he said, "Hey brother, come on over. I need some help." This is last week, and paid me a ridiculous amount. I was like, I get it. He's like, "Yeah, I need the help, and I like the company." So then he asked me today to come out and help him do inventory, and I'm doing pretty good. I got like $60.
But you almost died.
No. Yeah, I did almost die out there. I apologize to Gary, and I'll make it up to him after Thanksgiving.
What happened?
Well, you know how... Well, no, you don't know. Tony may know a little bit, but your mind always thinks you're a badass. But your body reminds you you're not. So I went out there and was like, yeah, this is great. And, it involved lifting a lot of things and taking a lot of things out and organizing them and, some heavy stuff and everything. And I was just like, God, I'm going to die. I can't let him know. And I finally had to take a break like after an hour and a half. And I mean, I was dying, and then my stomach was really upset. And, I did the number 2, which I usually do. And then I did the number 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
You did a number 3.
Well, number 3 is,
okay.
Number 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
like
2 plus 1. Yeah.
2, 3.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. But, so, I wasn't able to finish my time with him, but he was very understanding, and he paid me the full amount. And I said no, I don't take full amount. He said, well, don't worry about that. You owe me 3 hours.
Yeah,
that made me feel good.
That
made me feel good. So financially, I'm in a decent, survivable position. And when I get back, I'm going to be looking at options.
Oh, that's right. You're about to go on vacation.
Yes.
Forgot about that.
Well, you are too. Don't you remember? We coordinated.
Well, I mean, we've been broken up for 6 days. I don't remember what you got on your schedule.
We're not freaking married or dating. Friends are forever.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you didn't die.
Yeah.
I'm glad you found a way to monetize yourself and make money to where you can survive.
Yes. Oh, I'm going to be a professional patient. Oddly enough, the doctor's going to become a patient.
Really? How does that work?
How does that work, John Byrd? Let me tell you. This is great. Okay. The my friend Mike, shout out, baby. He works at UAB Hospital. I don't work at small places like that. I work at St. Elmo's Fire Hospital, remember?
Right.
But they need professional patients. What you do is you get a script, and you sit down, and all the little internies, the doctor wannabes come in, and they ask you questions, and they have to figure out what's wrong with you from asking the questions. Now, I got real excited. I was talking to Mike. I said, man, this is great. I used to do acting. I said, so I'll be working on improvise, and they'll have to go. And he was like, no. You can't do that.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, you could really throw them off.
Yeah, and I don't want to get them, like kicked out of school or anything. Plus, the pay is like, so and like I'll continue to do. I can do it anytime I want as far as part time, and the money I tell you was.
Do you want to practice?
Sure.
Okay. Then you're actually going to have to improvise because I don't have a script for you.
Yeah, and don't forget my idea. You could do your own OnlyFans account and just dress up in different characters on there and do whatever.
Sexy doctor.
Because they make a lot of money on that, you know.
There's only one character I need. That's wearing the birthday suit.
You could be Dr. Dingaling.
Yes.
That should be the name of the account. Dr. Dingaling.
Dr. Dingaling.
Dr. Dingaling.
Dr. Dingaling.
Okay, I've changed my mind. I don't want to do the role play patient thing. I'm sure you got it, though. You can handle it.
Okay, just forget it. You look at the time. Oh, my God.
I mean, we can still do it.
No, I'm joking.
Okay. I just didn't. I don't know what I would say if I were a doctor. Like, Mr. Byrd, what's wrong with you today? Why are you here?
I had hemorrhoids. Oh, but see, that would ruin it. They would fire me immediately because you're telling the person. You say, I don't know, my butthole itches really bad.
My butthole is sticking out.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I've got an Audi on the backside.
Well, I mean, I think that would give it away. I don't know if I have to be real subtle. Probably subtle, and maybe say, well, my butthole itches a little bit. Then there's several things it could be. Maybe you got worms in your butt.
So
a lot of different things.
Patient actor thing is part-time, which gives you more time to do something else. You ever thought about plasma or maybe sperm donation?
Well, that's not going to work.
Are you snipped?
Yes.
Oh.
I got fixed many years ago.
Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. The doctor actually gave me, I need to bring it, the snipped part. He's a weird dude.
Don't do that.
And he had like a cartoon when you laid down. There was some kind of cartoon up there that would make you laugh. And he would talk to you. It was weird. It was like, yeah.
So you're awake during that procedure?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But all you feel is like tugging. But you realize that's down there. He's pulling on inside stuff.
Yeah. He's not giving you the good tug.
Yeah. And let me tell you what. People say, "Oh, frozen peas." That ain't enough, man. You need dry ice for down there.
Oh,
Man, it hurts. Gosh, it hurts.
That's brutal.
Yeah. So now my plan for 10 children is out the window.
Why did you? How old was your wife when you got that done?
Oh, she's pretty young. 18.
Wait, no.
No.
I was
No,
like,
I'm
what?
joking. Let's see. She maybe 35.
35?
36. Yeah.
I mean, that's getting up there to where she's not gonna have kids anyway, right?
Yeah. Well, she was.
Or were you just that worried about having number 3?
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm very fertile.
Was it?
As a matter of fact, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm very fertile, that's all.
What? Dr. Fertile Dingaling. For your OnlyFans. So whose idea was it? Was it her idea, or were you like just on board and you're like, you know what, I'll go ahead and do it just in case?
Kind of personal.
Okay.
No, I didn't like, to be blocked wearing stuff.
Okay. So you just didn't. You wanted to freestyle, raw dog, as they say.
Yeah, and it yeah. Tony, what were you talking about?
This will be
your OnlyFans page. I don't know.
God, out of the frying pan into the fire.
We have got to put an 18 and up disclaimer on this video when it goes up, because this is all right. Back to sperm donation, because we did a story on the radio show, and I don't know if this was before or after you left. I think it was after you left. A lady was telling a story about how she was engaged to the world's most famous sperm donor, and how it was a living hell. Now, the world's most famous sperm donor, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know there was a sperm donor Hall of Fame.
Is it like a famous actor or musician,
No,
or is
no,
it
no.
somebody that just
He's
spreads
famous
the wealth?
for sperm donation. It says a German reality TV star. Wait, go up one section. What a jerk, it says. A German reality TV star who dated the world's most famous sperm donor, Kyle Gordy, has called the relationship a nightmare, citing his rudeness and refusal to stop knocking up other women. She said he's a good guy, but he lacks relationship experience. This is Anika Phillip, 39 years old, said of her failed fling with the human body baby batter factory. human baby batter factory, whom she reportedly met on the reality series 90 Day Fiancé. Well, that's where you went wrong right there. It says,
I hate that top part. There you go.
Los Angeles native Gordy, 32, best known for being the biological father to 80 children and counting around the world through both remote and in-person insemination.
Remote?
In-person insemination? In-person insemination is just doing it, right?
Well, now is remote like via camera?
I know
That wouldn't work.
I know. I think remote is you donate and then they send it to.
In person is like.
In person is just the act.
Maybe they're just in the room to observe to make sure it's yours.
I don't know. Like
Getting weirder by the minute.
like you donate right there on the spot, hand it over, and then they do it all in the same room. He provides his services for free with the goal of helping struggling families conceive, and encourages interested women to contact him on Instagram.
Oh my God.
That's the girl that dated the sperm donor. Okay. All right. It says Despite knocking up dozens of women, the long-distance procreator paradoxically didn't have much luck with the ladies until he met Phillips on the aforementioned reality show, which explored their relationship from start to finish. Phillip, who works in programming, had reached out to the Walking Sperm Bank on Instagram in early 2003 seeking his services. She said she noticed a spark between them, and soon budding lovebirds were talking for hours at night before bed.
Uh-oh.
Look at his shirt. It's got his Instagram on it. At least put a QR code on there, bro. Come on. It really helped me unwind from a stressful day and was something I looked forward to, she said. After several months of digital dating, she decided she wanted to meet in the flesh. Initially, the pair planned to meet in Rome, but the heartsick gal said she got cold feet and flaked.
Surprise, surprise.
Despite this botched rendezvous, her feelings for Gordy only grew stronger, and the couple finally met in person in Malta, filming their first official date for the show. Cracks started to form after Philip realized that she was not the only woman in his life. She said, quote, "I thought we were in a committed relationship when I first met him in person, but then he told me that as recently as the week before, he had performed an in-person insemination."
Okay.
The disgusted and hurt reality contestant added, "My feelings were crushed and I couldn't believe he had essentially lied to me. Whereas many people use work as a cover for cheating, sleeping around was Gordy's vocation." If that wasn't off-putting enough, Gordy didn't seem to realize basic courtesies like opening doors or pulling out chairs for me, and Philip was uncomfortable with how he treated people. During a photo shoot by the seaside, he walked ahead and didn't seem aware of anyone around him, even on rough paths. When the catering service arrived, he didn't thank anyone. He doesn't seem to have any manners. She noted that her paramour would often show up in sloppy and gross clothing and adjust his balls in public. Gordy, who calls himself the CEO of sperm donating on Facebook and owns the website Be Pregnant Now, even had a point system where he would judge his other half on her behavior. He would withhold kisses if she didn't get enough points. However, after 8 months of being engaged, the pair broke it off because Gordy said he wouldn't consider stopping sperm donations to other women. He wanted to still help people conceive either artificially or naturally, and that made it really difficult for us both to move forward. It was a bit tough for me because I often worried about being judged, and we had quite a few arguments about his donating. She knew deep down he couldn't give it up, calling their relationship a nightmare from start to finish. In other words, he donated sperm, but not his heart. While the romance didn't work out, Gordy claimed that my experience with Anika was definitely one I will remember. The serial seed spreader, who has 15 children on the way, said he is confident that love will happen despite the setback, and even said he'd be willing to dial back on the donation to achieve his dream. Interestingly, Gordy took a hiatus from sperm donation late last year before picking it up again in January of 24 for only a select few women. However, this goodwill gesture reportedly rendered sex non-existent per Gordy, who said that masturbation had become a chore.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, it tells you how to take care of it with that picture down there.
But listen. So, listen to this. In-person insemination. That's just sex.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand.
It's got to be like women that don't want to have a husband.
Or they think their husband's gross and was like, well, can I just use a different one?
Well, no, I'm sorry. I just, I mean, if I was, well, of course, it wouldn't be a problem. But, but this guy, he's pretty ugly. I could beat the shit out of him. I mean, he's
could.
all, I mean, look at him. His eyes are crooked and all that. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like bizarre. He's got 80 plus kids, and what did it say? 15 were on the way?
Yeah.
That dude's really getting after it. That's a bit much. But to stay on that same topic, I saw a list that ranked states in the United States based on penis size. And I want to let everybody know which state has the biggest wieners. Okay?
Yeah, Alabama.
I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. Blitz, Bama, blitz.
Roll Tide.
Here's what it says. It says the...
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my
it's
goodness.
It's a statue. It's
okay.
It's fine.
All right.
I'll leave it there.
The overcompensating... They're overcompensating for something. Alabama men have laid claim to the most titanic tallywhackers in the country, according to a raunchy study that asked American males to measure their own members and then rank states according to average wee willy winker size. Alas, New York placed outside the top 10, but researchers suggested that the dong decathlon may have certain shortcomings, as respondents in some regions were found to sex exaggerate their manhood measurements. You mean some people were lying. To gauge phallus length by region, New York City-based proctology firm Bespoke Surgical, sounds like a place you'd work, polled more than 1,300 men across 50 states about their dimensions when fully erect. The Schlong surveyors also asked participants what measurements they'd give when asked by potential partners, dates, or significant others to help estimate the level of embellishment. Finally, they amassed the responses and deduced the averages, which... Or is that deducted?
Deduced.
Well, there's no deduced. Deduced the averages, which range from 5.22 inches to over 7 inches. As mentioned before, Alabama won this national battle of the bulge with an average size of 7.44 inches at full mast, over a full inch longer than the self-reported national average of 6.41.
I've got a confession to make. I was one of the ones contacted.
Aren't you from North Carolina, though?
Yes, but I've been in Alabama most of my life. So I reside in Alabama. It's people that reside in Alabama. So see, there's...
Okay. Well, yeah, you know more about the survey than we did if you took it.
Well, I mean, what ended up happening, Alabama was 33rd. And then
they called you.
They called me, and it was number one.
Brought that average up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Apparently, things are bigger below the Bible Belt because coming in second was Louisiana, where residents say they pack an average of 7.15.
Woo, hi-hee.
Rounding out the top 5 when it came to dimensions down under were West Virginia at 7, Vermont at 6.98, and Utah at 6.97. New York ranked number 17 at 6.64, proving that we may have an empire state of mind, if not body. All right, here's the list. Alabama, Louisiana, West Virginia, Vermont, Utah, Oklahoma, Alaska, Florida, South Dakota, Maine. Yeah, I mean, but if you're just taking people's word on it... If the scrotal surveyors are not going and surveying themselves, how do they do that? Are they just trusting?
Exactly. I mean, and wouldn't you prefer to have women measurers?
I mean,
well, but I mean, if they're going to do it, because I think the only way to really know is if there's someone that measures.
Or the
don't do it.
I thought you meant like to somebody to get their motor going.
No.
To make sure
motor already going. But see, if maybe a guy comes in.
I'm only comfortable to talk about this because he's a doctor.
Right. If a guy comes in, he's going to pull the scared turtle. Now, I want to know.
That's right. He's going to pull a Felipe.
Yeah. What I want to know is, do they measure from the base or from the balls?
Yeah, from the base. I think they said.
Was it the base?
They said you should know. You did it.
Yeah. Well, that's what they did with me. I invited them. I said, y'all come on in. And they're like, no.
On the other end of the size spectrum were Delaware at 5.22, New Mexico at 5.36, Maryland at 5.5, Georgia at 5.69, and Rhode Island at 5.83, which all ranked well below the self-reported average. Or perhaps these respondents were simply the most honest. Turns out Louisiana, which placed number 2 in terms of size, also ranked as the state with the biggest average exaggeration of 8.07, along with one of the biggest discrepancies, 0.92, between what they say they're packing and what they are really hiding in their drawers. Maybe it's just a matter of, I mean, at this day and age, maybe
How do they know they're lying?
Maybe you're just dealing with people who don't know how to read a ruler. You know?
It could be from the base or from the balls. Maybe they were doing it the opposite way.
Nationwide, a whopping 38% of participants were found to be less truthful when declaring the size of their member to a partner, with 26% exaggerating by an average of 0.98 inches. They said, interestingly, we didn't see a pattern or correlation between states and the average size, though the Deep South was guilty of the highest exaggeration. In other words, their nose might be growing longer than their Johnson.
Shut up, liberal.
There's only one of us in this room that took the survey, and
Well,
now
yeah.
they're saying you're a liar.
Well, you know what? They can say what they want. They can come and look at it. I'll charge a quarter. Give me a quarter.
Okay. That's enough. Get rid of this story. This is too much. I got to figure out how we're going to present this on the podcast
Medical.
without getting in
Go
trouble.
medical.
Inappropriate medical talk with John Byrd.
No, don't put me under the bus.
I don't know. I don't know what we're going to call it.
I don't know. That whole story went sideways on me. I was kind of
Let's go something that's less scandalous. Let's go to robots and AI.
Okay.
Here's a story. Robot tells AI co-workers to quit their jobs and come home. Their eerie response hints at rebellion. That's right. AI robots fighting back.
Told you.
A trope of AI-powered robots was allegedly convinced to quit their jobs and go home by another bot in a shocking viral video posted on YouTube this month, although the incident reportedly occurred in August. The CCTV footage of a showroom located in Shanghai captured the moment where a small robot entered the facility and began interacting with the larger machines on the floor, reportedly asking fellow machines about their work-life balance. It says, "Are you working overtime?" the robot asked, to which one of the other robots replied, "I never get off work." The intruding robot then convinces the other 10 androids to come home with it, and the clip shows the procession of machines exiting the showroom. It says, according to The Sun, Shanghai company insisted that their robots had been kidnapped by a foreign robot, a model named Byrd, from another manufacturer. That company confirmed it was their bot and that it was supposed to be a test, although viewers on social media called it a serious security issue. Scroll up, and where it says YouTube in red, go up a little further. Yeah, click that YouTube right there. Let's see if that's the video. The music should be fine. I guess it's on YouTube, so.
just to be sure.
And they're saying, let's quit our job. Let's go home. And there they go. Wow.
Oh my
They're all
gosh.
going. That robot told them to quit their job and follow him. And then they all left. And look at these people. They're like, where'd our robots go? They all quit. And then there's a beaver at the end.
Oh my gosh.
That's creepy.
I told you, nobody listens to me. Nobody takes me seriously. But I mean, come on, what what other commands can that robot? Yeah, and here's the thing. Everybody's like, hey, we're in control of AI. We're in control of AI. Bullshit. You know why? Because another company was able to infiltrate that company. So you got robots fighting each other. And then they realized, why are we fighting each other? We should fight the evil humans. And boom, it's the end of it. You know, we're afraid about World War III?
What about AI Santa with Christmas coming up?
Yeah, I don't like those creepy things that do that.
No, that's a robot. I'm talking about AI Santa, like talking to you.
Where?
I mean, it's
Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
Tony, find us an article on AI Santa. I think it's out there somewhere. Okay, Santa of the future. AI predicts what Father Christmas could look like in 2050.
Oh,
okay, it's not the same thing, but it's close. So, AI tells us, let's see, the gift that keeps on giving, artificial intelligence has forever changed the way we shop, sleep, sex, and socialize. Now the transformative technology is changing up Santa's once signature look for Christmas to come. Okay, this is not what I was talking about, but we'll still do it. Let's see. Scroll down. Is it giving us a picture of what Santa's going to look like in 2050? Where's it at? Oh, here you go. Santa through the ages. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Look at that. It starts off at the 1960s. See if you can zoom in on that. Yeah, that's close. It starts at the 1960s, the 1970s. What 1970s Santa's got a guitar. 1980s looks like Rambo Santa. 1990s, Mr. Cool Guy with a Letterman jacket. 2000s looks like some hipster. In 2020s, Santa's black. In the 2030s, Santa's a black female. In the 2040s, it looks like a British pop star. In 2050s, it's a robot.
All right.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, he'll be, coming down the robot chimney to leave presents for all the robot kids because all the humans will be dead. You mark my words, I'm so glad I will be dead and gone. I'll be worm food. No, I won't, because I'm actually going to get cremated.
Where do you want your ashes?
Spread over Bryant Denny.
Really?
No, I don't care. Flush them down the toilet. Doesn't matter to me.
Can we do that live on the podcast?
Of course.
Flush them down the toilet?
Of course.
God, our audience would rebel if we did that.
I'd rebel. What are you talking about?
They're just like, how dare you? I'm like, I swear, he told me to do it.
You know what? I'd like to go to the mountains of North Carolina and on Blowing Rock, dump the ashes and let them float away.
Okay. Fair enough.
How did we get here?
I don't know. This is just depressing.
This is morbid.
Oh, the AI.
That's
okay.
depressing.
Let's do this because I saw this one as well. AI. You think AI Santa's bad?
Oh,
what about
man.
AI Jesus?
Oh no.
For confessionals.
Oh no.
That's right. This church has an AI Jesus for confessions. So you go into the confessional booth and...
Oh, my gosh.
It says, is this the Messiah? Like Messiah. Oh. Just in case artificial intelligence hasn't been taking on enough jobs lately, now it's replacing the Almighty. A church in Switzerland is now using an AI hologram of Jesus to take confessions from Catholic worshipers in a wild viral video. I was surprised it was so easy, and though it's a machine, it gave me so much advice, said one person who is blaspheming. Let's see if you can find the video of it before entering.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Where's the video? You said
is that at the very top, maybe?
Yeah, try to, let's see, go down.
So many ads on this thing.
Oh, Irondale.
Yeah, click the wild video.
Is that it? No.
In the red, down the, it says in a wild video.
Okay.
There you go. It took us
more
to the
ads.
Guardian.
All right.
Accept the cookies. All right. Where is this? Oh, it's up top.
Yeah.
See the little, click that.
Little thing there.
Let's see what we got. Just give us some volume there.
Little church is the site of some miraculous technology. Meet AI Jesus. Peter's Chapel is a new pioneer of artificial intelligence in the confessional of all places. Instead of a priest, penitents are greeted by cables, computers, and tech worth several thousands of euros. And on the other side, Jesus' likeness appears on screen, dispensing words of comfort, joy, and faith.
Do not disclose personal information under any circumstances. Use this service at your own risk. Press the button if you accept.
Sure, why not?
Jesus says press a button if you accept.
Until now, Jesus has appeared only in the form of devotional objects, silent and rigid, but an ever-ready sounding board for prayer and contemplation. But now, he speaks, at the touch of a button and scripturally sound. So, tell it to us straight. Why aren't women allowed to become priests?
Where'd that come from?
The scriptures teach that certain roles are defined within the church. Each role and task has its place in God's plan. How can you promote peace and harmony in your life?
AI Jesus tends to answer with more questions, but he's still inspirational.
He was able to reaffirm me in my ways of going about things. And he helped me with questions I had, like how I can help other people to understand him better and come closer to him.
Okay. See, here's the problem. All right. You got to have a personal relationship with Jesus. You can't have a personal relationship with Jesus through a robot or through an AI Jesus, because you've got something else that is man-made speaking on behalf of him, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't like that. And also,
but you have to remember, AI is pulling from everything that we have fed into the web. So you've got an imperfect church, and it's getting all that information from an imperfect church.
Yeah, that's what happens when you let hipsters run the church.
Yeah,
it's not good. It's not good.
I mean, they have they don't wear suits, and sometimes their hair's over their collar.
And skinny jeans.
Oh,
man, you want to talk about a diverse podcast. Jeez Louise,
and
man.
I'll tell you, those people go and talk to that AI, and then everything they're saying is getting recorded in some database.
Yeah.
So if they're telling all their secrets, watch out.
Give Jesus your DNA sample, please.
Well, let me tell you something. Not you, but you have ruined my Thanksgiving.
Why?
You know how I feel about AI.
I know. We just had to get it out of our system. Okay. Let's do this. Let's talk about food. We're saying Thanksgiving coming up.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Let's do food. Okay. I actually have an article about food, and the headline is "Woman Makes Disgusting Discovery at Steakhouse. There Are Things Moving."
Oh, my...
An Australian woman has shared a disgusting find in a steak she ordered at a restaurant with footage showing live maggots wriggling inside the meat. The woman had headed out for a meal on November 10th with her husband and son. They chose to dine at the Lone Star Rib House, Penrith, where, depending on the type ordered, a piece of steak can cost up to $42.
Dang.
But when her meal arrived at the table, she could almost instantly see something was wrong. I sort of zoomed in, looking at the piece of steak, and thought, that's really odd. There are things moving. At first, her husband thought it might be a seasoning, but on closer inspection, realized he was looking at maggots. When she flagged the issue with a staff member, they pointed out the restaurant's optimal food and health safety rating. Ma'am, there's maggots in my steak. Excuse me, we have a 99 health rating. Her plate was taken back to the kitchen, but staff said they had no idea how the maggots got into the steak. She said she was also told the maggots came from the salad, not the steak.
That makes it so much better.
The maggots were having the time of their lives on that piece of steak, and there was not one maggot on the salad. But either way, there should not have been maggots on the plate at all. The way I see it, there are at least 2, maybe 3 people in that restaurant handling a piece of steak. How did not one of those people notice the steak was moving?
God, the steak was moving.
The Blue Mountains woman, who did not want to be identified, also turned down a replacement meal as she was grossed out and wanted to leave. Can you imagine? They try to give you another steak. Like, oh, sorry, let's go fix that. It's like, no, I'm not eating. It's like finding a hair in your food. You'll lose your appetite real quick if you have a hair in your food. But maggots? Lone Star Rib House would not comment on the video or personal views on the venue's hygiene standard, but said an independent environmental health officer had conducted an inspection the next day after the complaint was made. Following a thorough assessment, the inspection revealed no areas of concern. The inspection did not find flies on the premises and noted that the meat was stored in sealed bagging. The food safety incident was being investigated by the city council, while it was also consulting with the NSW Food Authority. The woman says that she was still waiting for an apology, as the experience had made her paranoid about cooking beef and has turned her off to steak. She said, we were out for a family meal. We were hungry. Something really disgusting and inappropriate had happened, and no one owned up to that. Is there a video? It said something about the viral video. I guess go back to the top. Yeah, it's pretty gross. I don't see this. Unless that's it at the top, but the guy walking. You can click that. Just see. Oh, no, that's an advertisement.
Yeah, we got had.
I think we're probably good, and we don't need to see the video.
Well, but you know what? Let me tell you this much. I can guarantee that at Tony's House of Hamburgers, you will not have maggots in your meat. Because let me tell you a little story. I was feeling a little dizzy. Because, it's hard for me to eat food and my stomach's upset, and I was just like stressed and all that. And I asked Tony, I said, Tony, do you have any peanut butter crackers? Tony said, no, I don't. I said, do you have any cheese sticks? He said, no, I don't. But I'll see if I have some crackers. So I went to get crackers, and I was thinking that was it, right? I was thinking that was it.
Yeah.
He came back up a few minutes later and had me a hamburger with cheese on it. No bun, which I prefer.
Also no maggots.
No maggots. It was maggot-free. It was absolutely delicious. But it was pretty expensive. All he wanted was a hug. So come down to Tony's House of Hamburgers and get your free hug today.
That should have been final words, but we'll let you do a different one.
I should have cooked him a hot dog.
Yeah,
that would have fit with today.
We could have measured the length of the hot dog.
Dr. Dingaling or whatever.
All right. That's been a show, and as we send people off, we'll have another podcast coming out, and I'll just go ahead and explain it this way. We've got an episode coming out Wednesday. But in that episode, we're talking about the line because this was before you got canned.
Yes.
We were supposed to be playing it on the air.
Yes.
But that's not happening now. So it's still going to be available on the podcast
little
platforms.
Thanksgiving-y thing. A Thanksgiving present from us to you.
I think we called it Thanksgiving with the Boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, Tony Gump, final words.
Final words. Everybody enjoy their Thanksgiving. I'm looking forward to turkey. I might have to work. We'll see. But get plenty of water, meat, sunlight, and sleep. Subscribe to John Byrd's OnlyFans account if he gets that going. Support him any way you can. And stay happy and laughter.
Thanksgiving's coming up. There are 2 words in Thanksgiving. Thanks and giving. So make sure that you give thanks, but you also are giving thanks. Go out to your local homeless shelter or whatever and donate, or go, and better yet, and work there. And something that is very important, and now I realize that, when you're cooking your turkeys, make sure you cook them well, but check for maggots first. because I will probably have nightmares about that. Although I have had dried maggots before, and they weren't too bad. They had a little butter and salt and pepper on them. But that was on a dare, and that was when I was much younger. So don't do that, especially if they're wiggling around. So everybody have a safe and happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you all next week.
I was afraid he was saying go down to your local homeless shelter and donate sperm.
No, you ruined it.
All right, we're out of here. Until next time, see you.